Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0 for my dear audience. In this video, I will describe some different and much beautiful welding projected ideas for beginners that will make money on different welding crafts die. So, dear audience, when we talk about a welding projected, then a person who work on metal means a welder. A welder who who is a welder? A welder is a person or equipment that fuses material together. Um, the term welder refers to the operator. The machine is referred to as the welding power supply. So the materials to be joined can be metals such as steel, aluminum, brass, and stainless steel. Yeah, so varieties of plastic or polymers. So welders typically have to have good dexterity and attention to detail as well as technically knowledge about the material being joined and best practice in the field. Dear audience, when we talk about earning process, or then a welder is a much workable or hard working persons who work on metals for different purpose. So, dear audience, if we talk about a welder, then a safety issue, a notable welder. I also talk about safety issue for that welder, which is very hard working for making any welding, for making a money for their homes or for their homes, children, home babies are different economical position. I say that. So welding without the proper precautions appropriate for the process can be a dangerous and unhealthy practice. However, with the use of new technology and proper protection, the risk of injury and death associated with welding can be greatly reduced. Because many common welding procedure involves an open electric arc or a flame. The risk of burn is significant to prevent them. So welders wear personal protective equipment in the form of a heavy leather gloves and protective long sleeve jackets to avoid exposure to extreme heat and flames. Duardins, especially uh, for the purpose beginners, welders, precautions essential for that positions for making things, for making beautiful things, or for making our refreshment of our in our home. We keep it in our homes. These things the welder makes. Then precautions are also much essential for that welders. So additionally, the brightness of the weld area leads to the condition called arc eye, in which ultraviolet light causes inflammation of the cornea and can burn the retinas of the eye. So full face welding helmet with dark face plates are worn to prevent this exposure. And in recent year, new helmet model have been produced that feature a faceplate that self darkness upon exposure to high amount of UV light, ultraviolet light. I say that. So to protect bystander, pack welding curtain often surround the welding area. So these curtain made of polyvinyl chloride plastic films shield nearby workers from exposure to the ultraviolet light from the electric arc, but should not be used to replace the filter glass used in helmets. So welders are also often exposed to dangerous gases and particulate matter process like flux core or arc welding and shielded metal arc welding produce smoke containing particles of various type of oxides, so which in some cases can lead to medical condition like metal fume fever. So the size of the particle in question uh, tends to influence the toxicity of the fumes, with smaller particles present a greater danger. But in additionally, my audience, many processes produce fume and various gases, most commonly carbon dioxide and ozone, that can prove dangerous if ventilation is inadequate. Furthermore, because the use of compressed gas and flame in many welding processes pose an explosion and fire risk. So, some common precautions include limiting the amount of oxygen in the air and keeping combustible material away from the workplace. So, welder with expertise in welding pressurized vessel, including submarine hulls, industrial boiler, and power plant heat exchanger and boiler are generally referred to the boiler maker. So, precautions is essential for my dear guys, for my dear audience, are much for making money for their families in economical conditions. So a lot of welders relate to getting small electrical shocks from their equipment. Occasionally, a welder might work in damp, crowded environment, and the consider it to be a part of the job. So welder can be shocked by faulty condition in the welding circuit, or from the work lead clamp or grounded power tool that is on the bench, so the workpiece of an electrode. So all of these types of shock come from the welding electrodes terminal. Often these shocks are minor and are misdiagnosed as being as issue with the power tool or the power supply to the welder area. However, the more likely cause is the form of stray welding current, which occur when current from the welding cables leaks into the welder work area. Often, this is not a serious problem. However, under the right circumstance, this can be fatal to the welders or anyone else inside to them. When a welder feels a shock, they should take a minute to inspect the welding cable and ensure that they are clean and dry, and that are no crack or gouges out of rubber casing around the wire. So, these precautions may be life saving to the welders. So, dear audience, I think that my video and my idea uh, for making a safety of welders, for these making these things are much essential. So, dear audience, if my video and my idea inspired you much, then subscribe my channel and like my video and share my video. So, thank you very much, guys. Once again, thank you very much.